friends, my name is Shubham Kallam and today is 9th of August and today's video topic is types of access and non-access modifier in Java. Modifiers in Java fall into two groups, access modifier and second one is a non-access modifier. In access modifier, public, private, protected, and in non-access modifier, static, final, abstract, synchronized, volatile, and in transitions and native modifiers are modifiers are the keyword that let fine tune access to our class and member. Their scope and behavior in a certain situation. For example, we can control which classes object can access certain member of our class, whether a class can be inherited or not, whether we can override a method later, whether we should override method later, etc. Modifier keywords are written before the variable or method or class. Type and name, example private int my variable or public string. Modifier in Java fall into two groups, access and non-access. There is a native is not covered in final in more detail. Below since is a simple keywords that makes a method that will independent in other language, not in Java. Together with Java native interface, it's used when we want write performance critical section of code, more performance friendly language. Non-access modifier. The non-access modifier are used to control a variety of things. That the applied method that implement subtitles is a applied class contains abstract method. Synchronize control thread access to be block method. Volatile the variable value always read from main memory, not from specific thread memory. And transient the member is skipped when serializing an object. These types of modifiers use as control variety of things such as inheritance capability, whether all objects of our class share the same member, whether a method can be overridden in subclass, etc. A brief overview of this modifier can be found in following table. The static modifier. Static modifier makes a class member independent of any object of class. There are a few features keep in mind. Variable declare a static are shared among all objects of class. Since the variable essentially belongs to the class itself in the case that is object don't have their own values for the variable. Instead, they all share a single one. Variable and method. Declare static can access via class name instead of visual object. Example, my class static method, my class static variable, and they can access without the class being initiated. Static method can only use static variables and call other static method and cannot refer this super in a way. Object instance might even exit when we call a static method, so this wouldn't make sense. It's very important to note that a static variable and method can't access non-static instant variable and methods. There, on the other hand, non-static method, the logical static member exists even without object of the class, whereas instance members exist only after a class has been initiated. Static variable. For variables, We use a static if we want a variable to command share of our objects. Thank you friends.